How's it going, guys? We're gonna go water and move some goats. Ride? Should we go for a ride? Nothing? Well, you made it to the crazy farm. Everybody's excited to see us. How's it going, Skipper? All you puppies that don't have names. These guys are still looking for homes yet if you guys are interested. Goats are doing good. Actually do have quite a bit of grass. Ooh. Someone touched the fence. Ouch. Yeah, I was wanting to move these goats here, but jeepers cats, we got a lot of grass left here, and I was thinking I was gonna do something easy and just give them the rest of it over there, but I guess we should leave a little bit behind too, so we might just go ahead and do it like that. I don't know, the chunk that's left though, that'll be, man, the way they're eating this, probably a week's left of forage over there. So I don't know what a guy should do. If I wasn't so lazy, you know, I'd run netting and maybe split it in half. But might hit the easy button on this one and just let them out, because they've been respecting my high tensile wire again. They're actually trustworthy, so we're back to doing that, which makes life a whole lot easier. What I should do, honestly, is throw up some poly wire and do it that way, but I don't think I've got enough stakes and wire along to do that. I'm pretty sure I rolled it all up and brought it home, but yeah, it's just a 4-wire fence, but the bottom 3 wires here are good for goats. So pretty much basically your 3-wire fence is sufficient enough to keep these guys in. That's the only thing keeping them from there in the road, but they weren't that trustworthy before, I can guarantee you that. They needed to go through the training process again, but now they're doing really well. Bucks, they've slowed down a lot with the breeding. I haven't been seeing them working near as hard. You got one right there. I don't know if he's really following a doe or not, but oh, I hear a couple of them. There we go, that buck right there, he's chasing. So there's a couple of them yet. But overall, I think they hammered a lot of them. So it'll be an interesting kidding season, that's for sure. Come on, goats! Come on, goats! Come on, goats! Yeah, looking at the grass, what's left here compared to what's on the other side, we took plenty, so feel good about it. We got pretty good ground cover, and we're contributing enough to the soil bank as well as the animal performance. Let's see what this thing is running. 6,200 volts, not too bad. I'll shut it off. And it's off. All right, we're ready to roll. Come on, goats! Come on, goats! Then you got Raspberry just sitting there. Come on, goats! Hey, puppies. Man, that's another story. Look at that. We had a few kids. We left the bucks in there just a hair too long last spring, and a couple of them got bred, and we got these little buggers running around. Come on, goats! Come on, goats! Hey, puppies. Man, that's another story. Look at that. We had a few kids. We left the bucks in there just a hair too long last spring, and a couple of them got bred, and we got these little buggers running around. Not too bad for December kidding, right? I don't know where your mommy is. You better go find her. But she's a hardy little booger. Crazy. Man, I can't believe how hardy them things are to be making it like that in this weather. I'm wearing a stocking hat and winter coat and long underwear, and they're doing. Got a mom with another kid down there. I think I might just leave her in there because I'm actually going to probably pull them guys out. It's supposed to be raining, and then it's going to drop down in the teens for highs there a couple days next week. And if it's that cold and wet, I don't really much care for having them outside here, but I'm sure they'd be fine, but I don't want to chance it. If I got a building I can put them in, I better just do it if it's only just a few. But then again, I don't know. Yeah, if she's on this side of the fence, then it's one less goat I gotta find to catch that way. But then I got two down there that I had a hut for too, but if I let her with those, that'd be better. Little bugger here, hopefully he finds his mama. I'm sure she's in this paddock here. Well, we better make a quick round on this fence here and make sure it's all good and up to date. A couple spots with a few trees and some grass. Grouse and a bald eagle. Interesting. What you doing, pup? What you doing? What you doing? Here you go, puppy. Yeah, go, puppy. Yeah, go, puppy. And you get a few spots like this where the bottom wire is completely buried in grass. Ooh, now we're twisted. It's not really what a guy likes to see. Would have liked to give this a little bit of attention, but I don't have my pliers along. Feel kind of naked without that. You guys get done checking the perimeter? Are we good to go? Yeah? Oh, that's good. No bobcats? No coyotes? No? Good to go? I would really like to allow them to get into there too a little bit, but need more time. We'll do some more of that later on once we get a little further over to the east on the farm. We'll do that again a little bit. There's a few chunks that'd be easy to run some netting through. Man, I guess we could have used the chainsaw. Well, we got the tree off, but them sumac trees, they bust pretty easy. Them ones have been just reaching out for sunlight over the past few years. Overall, not too bad. Looking pretty decent. Yeah, I remember the last time we grazed over here this year was when we were running the heifers up there to do a food plot where we did the 1,000,000 pound stock density. I'll put that video in the subscription so you can go back and watch it. We'll go up here and check out the food plot and the results we got. I don't think it's going to be what we were expecting to happen, but it was so dry out. What can you expect, right? We didn't get any rain except for, yeah, the rain probably came about a month after we did that. So here the fence looks pretty good too. I knew I put them 3 wires low for a reason. Yeah, that don't look too good. Man, I don't understand how in the world it got so loose. I don't have my pliers. I'll have to come back tomorrow and tighten her up a little bit. But other than that, it's not looking too bad. But all right, right up here is where we had the food plot. And as far as I can see, we didn't have a whole lot of success. Oh, there might be something. Got a little bit of clover in there. Maybe a little alfalfa too, but that stuff froze out pretty hard. So we will see, but as far as the other stuff goes, I don't know, there was rye in here too. So we had rye, we had red clover, some turnips, probably some radishes in there too, I'm assuming. Also, no, there's no winter peas in this one, I don't think. Not entirely sure. We may or may not have some. Kind of hard to tell. There's a little clover, but that could have been there too, even from before, you know, I don't really know. And then there are certain parts of this. The cattle really didn't mow it very hard when we had them in here because they were like, well, when are we going to get moved to a bigger area? We weren't planning on doing this. And so yeah, that's kind of what happened there. Let's see what we got on that bare ground here. Oh yeah, there's a little turnip right there. Didn't turn out to be very much, but it was something. But them other food plots that we did over there further to the east, they did pretty decent. But right here we got a scrape line from bucks running around and stuff, so they kind of wiped it out too. The deer have been hanging out here though. Ooh, acorns. Looks like a lot of them have been picked over by squirrels. Yeah, if they wouldn't have been, the goats would have been in heaven. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see too if they want to eat a lot of these oak leaves. Oh, there's some nice acorns right there. They'll have all those mopped up when they come through here. That's another reason why it'd be nice to have them running in the woods. They could get more of that diversity too, but now, we'll see. This is where the transition happens too. We got the 4-wire fence evenly spaced here now. It's just what I did when I was fencing it. Don't ask me why. Thought maybe it would still be decent, which it might be. This might still work for goats, but not for dogs apparently. So dogs won't leave the herd anyway, so that's totally fine if they go do that. Yeah, overall looks good. All the small sucker trees in here and the sumac trees, they absolutely will pound. They will girdle them. They'll probably even take some of these gooseberry bushes and eat the bark off of those too. Here we got some sumac trees out in the open, and these trees here are not girdled. This is from white-tailed deer. White-tailed buck deer. They like to rub on these things. That one's got a little on the other side. And then you look on the other side of the netting and wow, the goats absolutely destroy them sumac trees. They love them. Like, just look at that. There's plenty of grass up there too, but guess what? They love bark. And this time of year, they absolutely love it. Fence looks good. I don't foresee the goats going through this little narrow alley with the netting there. It'll be too tight for them and too much brush, and they just won't want to risk getting shocked. So I'm assuming they'll just stay out of it. Whoops. But yeah, just look at all the sumacs in here, what they did to them. Pretty much every single one of them has been touched one way, shape, or form by them goats. Oh, maybe not the big ones. Big ones, they kind of left. They didn't touch the big ones. They're too hard to girdle, apparently. Got to be the right size. And then you get to these honeysuckle bushes or shrubs or whatever you want to call them. They do a little work with those too. Here's another one. Pretty cool. I honestly would not mind if they killed off some of these sumacs, because I don't believe they are doing us any favors by being here, especially this thick. In the summertime, their canopy just completely chokes out the ground, and then you end up with bare soil like this. So if we can wipe a few of them out, maybe leave just a few behind, that'll be all right, which it looks like it. But then you get ones like this that are just completely, just totally stripped all the way around, girdled. It'll be interesting to see if that was enough to wipe them out. And then look at that, it should be a pretty good deal with what they've done here. You know, they took out the majority of them, and then like that one there and that one there and that one there are left, and still have the diversity here. Then all the honeysuckle trees, they hit those pretty good. Well folks, we got the goats taken ended up dying on me, so couldn't quite get the video finished. It's actually Christmas Eve today. And yeah, I just went over there and checked on them. It's kind of an unbelievable year. It's like 50 degrees out and warm. Yeah, the weather hasn't been much of a challenge, and goats are doing good. Had another goat that had a kid out there, so it's kind of crazy. We're having this good weather and having a few kids born like that. We left the bucks in there just a hair too long and had a couple kids out of the deal, so oh well, I guess. Yeah, other than that, Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some more. God bless.